Hi everybody, just waiting for technology to rock in. So I know it starts filming me straight away. I've got to remember where to look into the camera. I think it's over here. Yes. Right, we have liftoff. Yes, good, okay. So tonight I'm going to be playing with this. This is new. The fitting florets, and this is something you can get as a demonstrator at the moment, and it will go to customers in November. I'll just get my film up over on this page. Let me know if you're rocking in and crafting with me tonight. If you want to, you don't have to, but welcome if you're new to me. I'm Fiona Fernandez. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney. And there's Diana. Hi, Di. Welcome. So yeah, on Wednesday nights I do my live, and I like to just chill a little, sit here, dress up for the occasion. I've picked out some blues tonight. I'll show you the paper in a minute. So I did a live unboxing the other day for my florets. I had them in the box, so that was exciting. Right, now, see if I can see my comments over this side of the world. You're not crafting, just checking calculations in Excel. That sounds like fun. My thing over here's gone funny. Hang on. Where is it going? Right. No, it just doesn't want to do what I want it to do. That'll be right. So I will keep my eye on this one today. Here's my Zoom. I'll just have to go and move my Zoom meeting over to the other window. Won't let me. That's been the way it is. Right. Let's see if we can put that over there. Great. There we go. Hi, Timothy. Welcome. Are you crafting tonight? Crafting with us? Just got my chamois out. So this is my clean chamois. No, they're both clean. This is the cleaner one. This is the newer one, so it's not quite as stained yet. The chamois is excellent for cleaning stamps. That's what we use it for. And I just got it out in my new stamps. So when you get a new set of stamps, peel off there's two bits of plastic. One's thinner, all the thin one. I just keep that. I keep it in the packet sometimes, or I've got a whole pile of them over here because I actually use them sometimes for things. So you can use them for, probably the thicker ones better for using for stamping. But you can actually do mirror stamping with that. It's really cool. Hi, Christy. Welcome. See you all here. So you just give them a wipe the stamps clean because they have a bit of residue on them on you. Give them a bit of a clean. I looked at the clock and went, oh, it's 8:27. Just milling around. Just getting ready to clean my stamps. Right, so this is the new one. I'll show you when you're over the table anyway. So before we get over the table and while we're waiting for a couple of people to come in, the join special at the moment for Stampin' Up! Is really good. I mean, it's always really good. $169, and you choose more than that in product. So at the moment, they've given us even more. So if you join during October, you pay $283. No, you don't pay $283. You pay $169, and you get to choose $283 worth of product, which is fantastic. It's normally $235 worth. And you also get free catalogues in that you can share with your friends. And yeah, the stamping happening. So if you're thinking of buying a few things, so if you're going to spend over $170, it's well worth thinking about, because then you get 20% off as soon as you join. So you pay for your starter kit, you get the things in your starter kit, and then your next order after that. Oops, just not my microphone, sorry. Waving my hands around. You get to choose, your products for your starter kit, and then when you order, you get 20% off your next order. So, that can increase to 25% depending on how much you buy or sell. You don't have to sell to other people if you don't want to. You can if you want to. If there are minimums to keep for every month, the quarter, sorry. And if you find that hard, you can always share it with your friend, share it around, share the catalogues around. Someone might want to buy something I did. And I've got a little team, so they're cool. We all have fun. There's Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Just rabbiting on about joining Stampin' Up, how good it is. So Amanda's one of my team colleagues under my team leader. So we're like sister team. So that's cool. And there's some of my team here tonight. Oh, there's Wendy. Hi, Wendy. How did I miss that? I looked down for a second. You love the colours in my top? Yes, well, I've chosen it especially as a top. And I've put my earrings on for you. I'll show you the paper in a minute. Before I put the table thing down, I'll get the paper out so we can see it all together. Yeah, so anyway, about joining. So it is a lot of fun stamping with a community of people, and it's certainly been a lot more fun than I anticipated. So it's been great. Yeah, we've got lots of things happening, and Stampin' Up do things with us as demonstrators, which is great. And the team do things too. So I've got a team meeting this week. So if you join this week, you're welcome to come to the team meeting on Friday night. I do it on Zoom, just like this. Well, not Facebook Live, but the Zoom part of it. There you go. Amanda's loving it. Good. I'll just get my paper and show you what I was on about with my top. So this is the paper. Now, I did show it in my live the other day when I unboxed it, because it's so nice to look at it all. Show you again. That's not the one I match. Well, I do a little. You get 2 sheets of each, and because they're double-sided, this one's gorgeous. Look at that. There's my camera. There it is. And the back of that is that colour. So you've got some pinks and greens going on. This one, hey, hello. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So I've dressed to match that. I saw it and went, oh, is that Tahitian Tide? It doesn't list it on the list of colours. So usually when you get a packet of paper, they have a list on the white piece. Maybe that's gone. Hang on a second. Yeah. So you get a list of what's in it, the papers. You can see all the colours. Hang on. I'm not used to using my phone camera, sorry. So anyway, it's got all the colours on there. So it says balmy blue, blushing brown, crushed curry, evening evergreen, night of navy, polished pink, soft succulent. And sometimes there are, like, the colours often, you know, sort of work in with other colours in all the Stampin' Up things. But I really liked the blue on the little berries. Look at that. It looks Tahitian Tide to me. I've got the Tahitian out. Oh, grab my Tahitian. Look. I think we could do that. Love Tahitian Tide. And I just happened to find this top. Tahitian Tide came out. Here's another one. So this has got the balmy blue in it. And the pinks, and the back of it looks like that. Really pretty papers. And they always look prettier when you get them in front of you on the table. I'm hoping I'm doing them justice here, but they are really lovely. They're quite solid. I like their papers because they're solid. It's quite matte. It's not a shiny, glossy thing. It's a matte paper. That's really pretty too. I have no idea what we're making yet. We'll get there in a minute. Who's crafting? Anybody crafting? Did someone say they were crafting already and I missed it? Hang on, let me just scroll back a tad. No crafting, need to hand homework in. Okay, good day, Dimity. It's good to get your homework done. Oh, that's the same one. Okay, so the back of that one. Did I show you the back of that one? It was there. Right, so that's got another check one. So I've noticed they've brought these in again. Like there's another set. What is it? The gingham one that has sort of that sort of look about it. So I really like that they're bringing that into a couple of other sets as well. Okay, so you can imagine which one I'm going to play with first. Guess who can guess? And play with that. So the back of that one is actually soft succulent. So which is interesting because it's got the flowers in the front. So I'll just show you. We'll go down to the table, I think, to show you what's on the table. That's what I do. Over there. So I've got a few other things out. I got out the linen paper. Temporaries out because I sometimes forget about that. So I've got that out too. Hi Wendy, welcome. Another Wendy. We've got Wendy's. To get Mandy in here and have another Amanda. No, I don't know what she's doing. Good. Oh, you should be having a break, Wendy, but you're having a cuppa. Good. Oh, look, I actually got a cuppa too. Look, I didn't put it in my Stampin' Up cup though, but half matches me. Look. So a little sip of that so I can keep talking. You're crafting, Wendy and Wendy? No, I think the first Wendy said no, she's having a break. The second Wendy, are you crafting? I'll just flip us over the table. You ready? Hold on. No, joking. I've got the Zoom on. It's okay. I don't have to spin you all around the room. Speaking of which, I found a solution for that. It's called Zoom. Let's get the table happening. All right. Here we go. On the table. Not tonight? Okay, that's no worries. Sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. So that was my starting thing that I was talking about, the joining special. If you missed it, there it is. And this is just, I've just copied and pasted this out of my Stampin' Up website. So you'll find that here, FionaFernandez.stampinup.net. And I have that picture in there already, and I made this one for my Instagram. So you'll find that on my Instagram, that picture. It just tells you all about it. And that actually gives you, you'll find this in the back of the catalogue, I think. It gives you an idea if you don't know where to start, if you're someone that's starting out. Because when I joined, I had stamped before, like a lot, but I didn't have Stampin' Up things. And I didn't know where to start. And of course, I left it to the last minute, of course, to join when there was a special on. And I had to quickly try and work out what I wanted. I had no idea. So it's really nice sometimes to have an idea. So this has actually got an idea in the back of the catalogue. If you didn't know where to start, to sort of look at what's in the box there. I haven't actually added all that up, but I think that's why they put it there. So it gives you a range of colours, you know, a packet of markers that match. It's quite good. I like that little layout. Oh, let's get on with it. Sorry, my throat's gone all. I'm not sure why. So I had my dinner. I'll pop that up there. So this is the little brochure for fitting florets. So this is available to demonstrators now. Like I said earlier, if you join during October, you can choose this and put it into your cart, into your starter kit. The only thing that's not available until hopefully the end of this week is this, the swirl. What do you call those things? Embellishments. They're not available at the moment. So as a demonstrator, we just had to order the things by numbers instead of using the one number that you can use normally for the whole lot down here. So once everything's available, you can just use this number and you'll get everything. Now, it's not all available after January. So it's out of the new catalogue in January, but not everything will be available after that. So it'll only be what's in the catalogue that will be available. And I think it's probably the stamps. I'd have to go back and look at that. I haven't looked at that today. I could have a quick look. Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. No, I think we'll just have to have a look later. Anyway, ask me about that if you want to know more about it. And I will certainly find that out. I know there's some things that won't be there. Okay, so I'll call that up in a minute. So that we've shown you the papers, you get 2 stamp sets in this. The framed and festive, which gives you Christmas, the framed florets, and the dies. So the dies, lovely. Look at this. I love dies like this. Love these because they're just so handy when you're putting little bits of, you know, plants in, leaves, things like that. I do really like these. And there's got little hearts on this one. So you could use this for so many things. That one's got little lines. Then we've got that one. And of course you've got your dies to cut out some of the flowers on the paper. I showed that in my live the other day. And the outlines to cut out the outline of things. So we've got all these little things. Now, if you missed the World Card Making Day, it's still there till the 18th of October. If you look under New and go down to World Card Making on the customer website, and you can watch the video for all the cards that they made that day. And they have, a special section in there about this. And they showed us this then, so that it was like a pre-purchase thing we could do as demonstrators. And they showed us how they come together, put it all together, and it was just really lovely watching. I love seeing things like that, how they come up with their artwork and how their design method goes. It's really interesting. So if you want to see that, make sure you pop over to the customer website. And I shall just think about what card base, what are we going to do? Right, let's have a look at this piece because it's so nice to stare at it. I'll get rid of this off the table. If you want a copy of this brochure, just let me know because I can email it to you. And I think I think we'll go with, I got out so it's Knight and Navy, that lovely dark blue. I've got the Tahitian tied out just because I love it. And I'm just going to see, I'll just have a quick look. So that, oh no, that's the organiser kit. Oh, that's the other thing, the organiser kit, the birthday organiser kit. I opened that in my live the other day doing unboxing. So if you want to have a good look at that, make sure you pop into that and have a look there, or just pop on the website and have a look at it. It's really cool. I'll play with it one day and we'll put it together, but not tonight. Let me go back to the fitting florets on my website. I'll just have a look for you. So as a demonstrator, we can only order one at the moment. Once it goes live to the customers, we'll be able to order more if you want to. Line products, okay. Available for purchase in the mini catalogue starting in January 2023. Right, the bundle, the stamp set, and the framed floret dies. So the other things are extras right now. Okay. The exclusive products available while supplies last are the framed and vested cling stamp set. That's this one. The Fitting Florets Designer Series paper and the swirls, the gold swirls. So the gold swirls are coming, but they're not available just yet. They're hoping they'll be available by the end of the week to us as demonstrators so that we can play with them, because I couldn't play with them tonight, but never mind. So after this special finishes in January, beginning of January, it goes to the 4th of January, you won't be able to get the paper, this one, and the swirls, okay? That's the story, but this is great. We've put this out so we can make Christmas cards with it. Now, I thought I might be having a blue Christmas card. No, I don't know. We might make one of these. All right, I'm feeling, let's go with a blue. Okay, do you want to go with a Tahitian tied base or a navy, Knight of Navy? Let's have a think about that for a minute. And I want to see a lot of this when I put it on there. So I feel like we're going to make a card with a lot of this. So I think I'm going to just do a normal, regular size that I do. While you're all thinking about the colour. I can't create a poll, can I? No, I think I can if I'm on my Facebook Live, but I can't do it when I'm in Zoom. Never mind. Oh, where's my mouse gone? Let me find myself again. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can do it while I'm in here. I think I have to be in my Facebook Live. Never mind. Right, here we go. Diana likes Tahitian tied. I like Tahitian tied. Well, it's going in there, but I wasn't sure which one to do as a base. I'm going to cut this one. Let me think. If I put another layer on, so if I have 2 layers of colour, so I'm either going to do the navy at the bottom and the Tahitian tied, or Tahitian tied at the bottom. Oh, I'm not sure yet. We might put white in there. So I'll make this one a bit smaller. I'm going to go to 9.5. So we've got an extra bit of playroom. Right, and so that means what I do, 9.5. So I've gone a centimetre shorter. So I'll do that here as well. Oh, on my trimmer there. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. Did anyone else have any preferences? Or we'll just go with the Tahitian tie at the bottom. What happens? So pretty playing with it. I think that's why one of the reasons I like doing it. I like making things, but I also just love looking at colours. I just love the colours. Out of my trimmer. I'll just get a paintbrush out and give that a little clean. I've been preparing for my class in 2 weeks on the 23rd, and we're doing Rose of Holly. Oh, Tahitian title, good, good. Hi, Stephanie, welcome. Yes, I've been playing with the boughs of holly, however you want to say that, and having a great fun time with that. So I was doing a lot of cutting. Just to clean that up. Right, let's remember not to cut it. So I keep my cutter at that end. I don't know if I get that on camera here. Trimmer at this end. Sorry, embossing at this end, so that I don't cut through the middle of the card. I like to do it. Give that a little bit of a nail file. You doing any crafting, Stephanie? Doesn't matter if you're not, I'm just curious. Getting ready. On stage is coming, so some of us are going to on stage. So if you join Stampin' Up, I don't know if you can still go. I'm not sure when the cut-off date. It might have been September. But each year, and they're finally going back to doing the in-person events, which is great. So I'm going, and it's in the ICC at Sydney, so I'm so excited because I can walk there, which is wonderful, and it'll be in person again. Now let me think. I think, well, let's see what it looks like with blue behind that. Let's just have a look. I put that way. I have to, my trimmer is a bit rough at the moment. I probably need new blades, but I just keep, yeah, I think I'll do that. Right. And then I'll be able to use some of that white. Got a frame out of something somewhere along the way, but I've got this white linen as well. We might do that. We'll see what happens in a minute. You're going, Wendy? Oh, lovely. You're not crafting, Steph? That's fine. No pressure. Just fun. And hopefully inspiration from both sides. I always like that. I like getting some inspiration from you all. And hopefully give you some inspiration. Now I'll just put those up there. So I'm just going to get my little you could replace your blades, but I'm just using my little emery board. Get rid of the fluffy bits. Yes, on there. This one had a bit there. Just make things last a bit longer. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm turning it over because on one side, where I've cut it down into the card, it's made the card go that way, so it's a bit fluffy underneath, but you won't see that. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Let me have a look. Let me see. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. I've sheared a bit of it off now. So I just turn, so whichever way I've cut into the card, I lay that down flat. And yes, if you stick sharp blades in your trimmer, it should be okay. Now, the other reason I turn this over sometimes, if when I fold it, occasionally, it's not exactly together there. So if that, like, it's not much, but it's a tiny bit. So I'll turn that over and I'll use this side. I don't think I'm doing ribbon here, so I'm going to stick this on. Hi, Roz. Welcome. It's party time. I'm making a card. Quickly, look how quick it is. Hope you're all sitting down. Oh, look how crooked it is, she should have said. Now, because we've got the liquid glue, we can move it a tiny bit, hopefully. Right, that's better. Whew, that was a worry then, wasn't it? I'm playing with this fitting the florets. I've got to get used to the name. Of course we can. Now, I have no idea what's happening next. I had to match my clothes, Roz. So if you watch the beginning, you'll see me with my colours on. And now, what do we do next? Let's have a look at the dies and the stamps. Let's make this one of these. Oh, no, I don't know. Thank you with all my heart. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? For a special person on a special day. What? Celebrate. Oh, dear me. I want to cover it all up. I really like that paper. It's going to have to be something that's sort of polished, isn't it? We'll use this frame. Is that too big? Will that cover too much on the card up? I'm going to cover up these beautiful berries. We might have to leave the frames for next time. It's a bit big. Beautiful paper. Are you crafting, Roz? See, that'll cover up my beautiful blueberries. Oh, I can't do that. I think I'll have to wait for that. Next one. I think we'll stamp. I think we'll do wishes for a beautiful birthday. I can always use a birthday card. Does the other frame cut out the centre? Good question. That's a very good question. Thank you. I need questions like that. This one? This one. This one only cuts out hearts and impresses hearts into your cardstock by the look of it. There's no cutting edges on this one, except for the hearts. We might just have to die cut some of them just so we can see what they do. That's always fun. Let's put that over there. Let's put this stamp on there for a minute so we don't lose it, because I'm very good at that. This one, I'm going to get out some paper. I got out some silver. I had this left over from when we did the ocean one. I got some of it out. It does have blues in it, but you can't get this anymore. So you can get silver still, though. You can get silver cardstock. But you could also use these if you've got those. See how big this, oh, look how big that piece is. No. I can go sideways. Look at that. Oh, lucky. I'm going to cut one of those out just to see what that's like. Now, when I'm doing put these through, I'm going to cut it off first, because I don't like to put more through than I need to, because it will ding it. The other thing I discovered today, I kept one of these sheets that your stamps come on. And on these stamps, or the labels, on these ones, when you put your labels onto your stamps, you'll end up with a piece of paper like this with a bit of the sticky stuff on it. So just take the sticky stuff off. Throw that away. Or you might need the sticky stuff for something, but I just threw it away. And I kept this to put through when I was cutting out frames today because I didn't want to mark the white card that I was using in the middle. And I find sometimes with a big frame, because my top plate can get a bit marked, even though it doesn't look marked, occasionally it will do that. It'll just mark it a little bit. And with the foils, they might mark a bit too. So just watch that. So I'm going to use that again, I think, and put that in. Start my machine over here. Oh. Right. Now, am I in camera? Yes. Always good to check that. Turn it over so it's the right way over. Yes, I think this is going to cut the middle out. Good thinking. Good spotting. There we go. And I'm just going to stick that over the top just to try and stop it getting marked. And it's not very thick. You don't want anything too thick. Right. Get that. In place. Oops, moving my board. Didn't mean to do this. See how I went. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. No marking at all. Look at that. I can almost see myself in it. Not quite that fun. So I always keep my little piece, even a little piece like that. You could cut hearts or something out of that. So I've got one of those boxes here somewhere to put excess and frames as well. So if I'm only using one part of the frame, I'll put the other part into my frame. I've got a frame box now. So that way I can keep all the bits and pieces. Now with this one, you might want to keep the little pieces as well as bling. So I've got little boxes everywhere for things like this, because then you can go back to it later and use them on something. So what I do when I'm cleaning them out, which probably half of you already know this, so if you're new and you haven't seen me before, I like to just say it again. So I've got my little box here that I keep next to my machine. And when I get them out, this one, I'll show you what I do. I've got, so you can use your, this is the old take your pick. It's not a take your pick, it's an old pointy tool, but the new one looks like this. Take your pick. You should take your pick. Now let's see how we went. Yes, you're right, Diana, it does come out. There we go. And in a minute, we'll get all of that out. So that's a beautiful piece. Now see how they're all sticking here? I'm going to put them all into my little box and then I can retrieve them later. I just get my trusty little piece of cardboard, or you can use this tool. If they won't come off easily, just get your pointy tool. And the other thing you can do, actually I did the other week, is use my other plate. That worked quite well. Just use that side there. Look, just takes them straight off. Awesome. Let's get these ones out carefully. So with these ones that are still in there, you can use your little mat. And on the foil, I would do it on the back, not on the front, because it will mark it. And just run your brush in there. This brush also fits in your take your pick tool. It's a separate thing. You buy the brush and it comes with 2 of these foam mats. And they're designed to do this. So if I was using normal cardstock, I'd turn it over and do it the other way as well. But I don't like to do that with the foil. It just depends how you're feeling on the day sometimes. Just going to fiddle with that a little bit. Doesn't seem to be coming out with my brush as easily as I wanted to. I'll just fiddle. They're quite nice shapes, those ones. Good way to make bling, isn't it? Tiny dots. Where are we going? We're nearly there. Right. Come out, come out. I'll just pop them in there. Brushing that one again. I find you can push quite hard usually on these things. It's quite amazing some days. I think, oh, it's so intricate and fine, and then I go like this with it and it's fine. You do have to be careful, but that one doesn't want to come out. This one. Come on, out you come. Does look pretty though. Okay, just get all those off the table. Before we put the machine away, I'm going to just do the other one as well. This one will fit through nothing. Now this one's got a little bit of marking on it where I've put it through the machine before, see, because I cut the waves out and that piece went through. I'm going to go at this end. Get that. Got a bit of a mark on here from the last time. Because this has got markings around it, so I'm going to just do it there. Making sure you get it on right. I think that'll cover up the markings. Just going to put my paper in again. And if it's something really that you need to hold in place, just pop a sticky on it. Hold it there. I think that's all right. Normally you just see it through the clear thing, so you'll know it's okay. But just going to try really hard to be careful. Hold it still in the centre. What's there? This one comes off too. Woohoo! Look at all these beautiful frames we've got. So that one was already a little tiny bit marked. So you can see the markings on it. And that came from, like I said, putting the other thing through earlier. So I'll just put this piece back in my packet. Whatever else I may need it for. And we'll just take that off the table for a minute while we work out what we're doing. So with this one, because it's a bit marked, I mean, we're probably going to be covering it up anyway with a lot of stuff, you know. You won't see it all. I don't know what we're doing yet. Let's have a look. Gotta make a decision. Put the dies back over onto the packet so you don't lose them. And I might just stamp this one. Would fit nicely on there. We might have to die cut again with it if I do the white. I don't know whether to stamp on the linen. Have a look. The linen somewhere. I haven't got the snowflakes out. Hi, Angela. Welcome. Yeah. Florets. What was it called again? Fitting Florets Party. Wondering about what to put the sentiment on. I stamp it onto some of that. I don't want to cover up too much of my thing, do I? What about if I stamped it onto some vellum? You know I like vellum. There's some not too far from me at all times. It's right here. Right here. One box. Look. Keep it on the table. It never goes back away in the cupboard anymore. If I stamped onto the vellum and then die cut the vellum using this one, that would give me a circle of vellum to put there, wouldn't it? But then I've got to stick it on. Well, maybe I could put, no, see, I didn't want to cover up my little beads, my little bally bits. I didn't want to cover these little berries. I like the berries. Can you see the berries? I should have cut it so that, well, there's still some around the edge, I suppose, isn't there? I like this one. You like how I'm thinking out loud. Okay. I have to think out loud. It's good doing this because I often think out loud anyway. So nice being able to share it with you all. Okay. Any suggestions are welcome. I'll have a sip of my coffee. I always like suggestions. Let's just stamp this on something so you can see what it looks like. Just stamp it onto some vellum and have a look. It's the Night of Navy. Oh, that might be too dark, mightn't it? Yeah, we might not see it through there. Ooh, wishes for a beautiful birthday. I feel like it needs to be. And if I put it on there, although we could cut that out, but it's going to cover up the dots. What did you say? Oh, I didn't see Angela's comment. Oh, that's so funny. White emboss on the vellum. Thank you, Angela. Is that what you were talking about, Diana? Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about me thinking. I'm thinking, oh, okay. That's so funny. That's a crack up. I missed that comment. It had scrolled up and I didn't see it. White emboss on the vellum. Okay. That means we've got to get out some white powder. Hang on a minute. So the question is, do we stamp in white and emboss in clear, or do we stamp in Versamark and emboss in white? There's something to think about. Let me get my little embossing things out. Just under my desk here. Oh. Little tools out. Look, I've got that one. We want got white embossing powder, white stamp and emboss powder. Maybe we'll try that way, seeing as that was the first thing that came to hand. All right. That over there. Just my mat. stamp on. I'll just put fluff everywhere. Put those there. Card there. Right. I'll make sure I stay on the picture, don't I? And just stamp with some vellum. We want to have that much space, don't we? So will that fit on that? Yes, it will. Just look out for size. I'll stamp about there. Just using the clear Versamark. This one. Versamark. So funny when you said that before. It's you know, when you're doing this, it's like you really got to stop and look at the comments every now and again, obviously, and read them properly. Just get some powder going. So I just got this powder in the box already, so to do it like this, there is a new little tray you can get with to use with your embossing powders. It's under here somewhere. In my box somewhere. If I can get it out. Yes, I can. There we go. Comes like this, and it comes with these tools, a little brush so you can brush your powder back away, and a little embossing buddy so you can wipe your card down, but I didn't think of that. I haven't gotten used to using that. I tend to use a paintbrush. So if there's anything extra hanging around, the embossing buddy is supposed to stop extra hanging around, and on the vellum I didn't really have anything extra. One or two bits, but on the card sometimes you can get bits that stick to the card, so it's good to give it a wipe over first, but that looks fine to me. So I'm just going to put my brush away, put my lid on. I always put my lid back on before I get the heat tool out. I don't want to heat that. And I suggest using some sort of a heat mat. So I'm just going to use my board that I've had forever. That's good. Here a little bit. I'll come up a bit closer to you. Hopefully you can see it when it goes. So I'm just holding it with my thumb away from the heat a bit. And just stop as soon as it goes. I don't like to do it for too long, because if you do it for too long, I probably went a tiny bit too long, it spreads more. So the longer you go, the more flat it will go. So it depends what look you want, of course, but I don't like it to go too flat. It's gone a little bit flat, but it's all right. Let's see what that looks like. I think you're on it. I think you're on it, Angela. Yeah, look at that. And then we can still see the little berries underneath. And you can see now that I missed a little bit. And I couldn't see that before. Couldn't see that at all. When you put it on the dark colour, there's a little bit of extra. Otherwise it'll come off. Oh, look, I don't think I'll worry too much about it. Right, it's stuck on. Never mind. Never mind. So I think we'll die cut that out with the, I'm thinking the smaller one, because then we'll end up with a smaller piece. So if I put that behind there just to show you how big it is, what do you think? We're going to have to, I'll be able to glue it because the white will cover up the glue. I'm thinking maybe if I go that size. So the other thing you can do is use the bigger one and have it like an inlay inset thing, which always looks nice too, especially because it's got that edger on it. All right, we better have a boat, smaller frame inside. There, Angela's in already. Thank you, Angela. She's in there already. Is anyone else okay with that? I'm going to do that. I'll just bring my machine back over. Right. Get the small one out. Pop that on. Okay, hang on a minute. Might help if I put it on the right layer. Won't it? There we go. Now we've got to, let me have a look at that. I thought they were even then, but they're not. I was hoping those dots were even. They're not even. So I'm going to, oh, I think that looks right. Let's see on the camera. No, just got to go over a little bit. It's good having the camera because you can just move it over a bit. Just got to go and grab something. Don't go away. Get a piece of something. So when you're lining it up, if you can't sort of get it right, take a photo of it. I can't, my camera's over there. It's part of the Zoom thing. But I can see it on the screen. So it's really good that I can see it on the screen because I can sort of see it better than if I was just standing there staring at it. I feel like that's okay. Is everybody okay with that? Looks all right, doesn't it? I hope so. I hope it's straight up. All right, we're going to go. We're going to find the plate that I just put down. There it is. Yep, yep, good, okay, everyone likes the small. Then we'll have a frame of vellum too to use on something. You will have this one as well. No, to see that, isn't it? That's another one like that. Isn't it so different when you look at it that way? I wish I had got that off. Never mind. We might have to put something there. Can always embellish it. There. Okay. Away. So pretty. It's a shame we don't have those gold swirls, but we'll just have to find something else. Right. What else? What else do we need on there? Let's put these pieces away for a minute over there. Right, do we want any ribbon? Still got rough bits going on under there. What's going on? Let me find the ribbon. Let's push the embossing back in there. We got there's bigger ones that are too big. And you know what? If you're making Christmas cards, the snowflakes, we might do that later. The snowflakes have got a nice sort of look to them. And this is really nice. And see, that would actually go with that colour if you're doing the Christmassy thing. Just a thought, but I think it's too big and bulky for this. Very pretty, and it's very soft. Do we have that matches? I don't know that I've got anything that matches this bit. I've got this nice one, but I think that would match the rest of the paper better. It's the striped ribbon, rose gold and white. That would look nice with some of the other paper. So I'll keep that for later. Oh. I've got some Starry Sky ribbon. I've got the Tahitian, but I don't think that'll go. I think it's too something. It's too something. Oh, what's Angela saying? Fussy cut the berries and leaves and put through the frame if you like them so much. Oh, I don't know about fussy cutting berries. They're a little bit small. Bad idea. I'm just thinking though, while you said that, about my bling box. What's in the bling box? You know what? Oh no, it's not quite right. I was thinking that one there. It's not quite right, is it? No, it's too much blue. All right. It's just a thought. We're going to use it here. Over there. Don't think it needs ribbon. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit. We'd have a look at it. Looking at this frame, you know, if you did it in a plain colour, you could use. I did some threading of that elegant trim the other week with one of my cards, and that'd look nice threaded through, like on a plain colour. For another day. There's an idea for another day. Right. I wonder if we should die cut something. One of these leaves or something. It's a bit big, isn't it? There's these leaves too, look. Aren't they pretty? About one of them there. What colour would we do it? You could even have one at the top. You could even have one to cover up that stuff, couldn't you? What about like that? What colour? What colour leaves? I think I'll do that. I'll put the leaves on. Now, what is Angela saying? Cut the berries and leaves and put through the frame. Oh. You talking about the background? Hiding you. Maybe some iridescent rhinestones. Maybe. We'll come back to that in a minute, I think. I'm not exactly picturing what Angela's picturing. Not sure which leaves you mean. How about I cut these with something? Should I just do silver leaves to match the silver, or should we do some green leaves like that? soft succulent even. Have a look. Use this thing. My little minis. Grab the minis. Looking that under it. Wow. Tuesday. Gotta find the other one. On for a walk. Here it is. Found it. Sorry. Took me a while to find it. Right, balmy blue for the taller leaf bunch. Ah. This one. Find the balmy blue. Get some balmy blue happening. Happen to have a piece of a bit on. Let's see, I've got another one there. Just use that one. Right. See if we can get this happening. I probably shouldn't put that the whole piece through, should I? Yeah. Ooh, look at that one. A box. This one. Whee! Came off nicely. Take this piece off. Just cut out the leaves in this anyway, even if I don't use them. Always use them on something else. Sometimes I keep them, the die cuts that I've done, in the packets with them. Depends what I'm doing. Because then if you need them, you can just go to the packet. Just go about there. These are gorgeous. You know, I didn't really study the pictures when I bought it. I just went, yeah, I'll get that. That'll be nice. Glad I did. It's got lots of sentiments in it. I like that. The blue leaf down the bottom going up along the left side. Okay, I'll just have a look in a minute. Leaves back over here. Put that in the box for now and I'll sort that out later. Right, so these ones are quite thin. Just make sure you get them up carefully. You could even stick them on with these bits in there if you like, because they do look nice. If you're going to do that, put the sticky adhesive sheet on the back first, perhaps. You know me, I forgot. But to not really think about adhesive sheets. I've got a sign over there on my monitor saying adhesive sheets. And I didn't see it in time. Never mind. All right, let's put that over there. Let's have a little play for a second. Back down there on the floor. Not sure whether we need another colour or not. Okay, what have we got? Leaves. Down the bottom, going up along the left, so up like that, you mean? Now let's get this in the right spot. I might have to stick that down. I might stick that bit down because we don't need to put ribbon there. So let's stick that on. Love the colours. Did I say that already? Spittle with it a bit till you get it where you want it before you push it down. There we go. For some reason, I've still got floppy bits down the bottom here, even though I defluffed it. Beautiful. Look at that. Angela said yes. Okay, but I'm going to have to cover that piece up. This piece. Oops, the daisies. I'll have to stick that down. We might have to stick that down, I think, to get it in place. I might just stick it down with a little bit of glue. So that I can put things under it if I need to. Don't put too much on. I just want enough to hold it in place. When you say put the leaf sort of more on the frame so it does not cover the roots. Yeah. Good. Hopefully good. Hope that's straight. Oh, let me have a look at it. It's a bit hard to see it all when you've got all those things going on. All right. Center that. So I'll put that on. So again, I'm just going to try and put the glue where the letters are. Just put a bit here and a bit there. You don't need heaps of it. You just need enough. I just do little dots of it here and there, everywhere. So I've got a few dots on there. Look, you see the dots of glue on there? So I don't want to put too much on. I just want to hold it in place and center it. I hope it's centered. Does it look centered? Oh, let's hold that down a bit. Sorry, I just got to pick it up and stare at it for a second. from a few different angles. I think we're too far down the bottom, but I don't think it'll really matter. Leave it there. Push it down. Okay. So if I put the leaves there, I could go down the bottom and I think that's all right there. Now, will I put these ones on as well? I put that one up the top. That one's going the other way, isn't it? I might have to cut it. I want to cover those bits of white up. What does that look like? Let's stop for a second and look at that. How does that look? Or do I need something else up the top? Because I could always die cut another one of these, but just use a little bit of it. I don't have to use the whole thing. Or if I don't use the leaf up the top, do I use a little bit of bling? Now, what bling were you talking about before? Iridescent, was it? This one? That's sort of subtle. It's open already. Thanks, Di. I like it with some bling. Let's have a look at some. This is the, and this has got like a bit of a pinky hue into it. I'm not sure if I want that or not. Let's have a look what else is on the box. Let's see if we've got any gold anything. Probably not. I've got gold butterflies, brass butterflies, not golden. I've got little gold flowers. We've got silver going on, so I don't think we'll go gold. Hey, I was thinking of the gold swirls, but we'll keep them for afterwards. I have flowers, fun flower resin shapes, but I'm not sure they're going to work. The dark blue ones might. I've got fine sparkle. I think they're a bit too much. I'll just keep having a look for a minute. These ones, matte decorative dots. Dark ones might work, mightn't they? I'm thinking of putting something here where those bits of stuff are. There's some more of those flowers. Did I get them out? I think I did. Oh dear, I must just use some. Opal rounds, they're a bit big. They've got greeny flecks in them. I think they're too big there. I'll put that back. Okay. There's another one in here. I think that's it, guys. Pearls. Pearls are vast things that I have. Do you have basic rhinestone? Yes. I always have basic rhinestone. Definitely. Somewhere in here. They're being elusive right now. These ones, the key ones, a couple of them. Now let's stick our leaves on. Just put a little bit of glue on the back of that. So that it sort of sticks up a little bit at the top there. More silver to match the frame. Okay, where did I have this? About there. I'll line it up with the frame there. How's that? Oh, it came back off my finger. No. Where's the tissue? We get glue everywhere, do we? No, not on our silver foil. So the other silver foil, let me just find my web page for a second. It's called, who knows what the other silver foil is called? What did Dana say? White pearls. I've got white pearls. I'll get the white pearls out in a second because I think they would look nice, but we'll just have a look. There's silver ones in the festive pearls too, by the way. Actually, they've got green ones too. I don't know that we'll use them. See, this one actually has really pale green. And it has silver. I feel like it's too much silver. Okay, so that's why I'm wondering whether they're too much. I'm not sure though. We'll just have a look in a second. They're all wrong. More packets. Right. In there. These are the pearls. Let's just get that off there. That's the white pearls. And the rhinestones. You love these. You can either bend your packet back like that to have a look. Actually, that is nice. Gives it a real shine, doesn't it? The edge of the pearls are a bit flatter. I think I'm going with the rhinestone. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestions. Good to have suggestions. Right, I was just looking at the silver foil while I just got the website up. Let me just have a look at the silver. Silver. No, that's right. It was on special a few weeks ago in September, and I didn't get it. Silver foil specialty pack, and it comes with the 3 different colours of silver. This one was out of the ocean one. So the silver foil, it's like a brushed look. We'll check them out on the website anyway, if you're interested in silver foil. But it comes with the light silver, and then there's a medium and a dark, which is pretty cool because you get lots of choices that way. Okay. Right, let's put all these back in. And we'll put that leaf up there because we're not using that one. I'll just get some of these off. You're going to guess that card? Yes, go for it. It's the whole idea. All right, now you know this is the bling challenge now, don't you? We should have a bling challenge. Oh, bling challenged it onto the packet. I'm going to put one there because I want to cover some of this, some of my stuff. All right, so we've got 3 sizes. Go with the bigger one just to get your eyes onto the bling instead of the white dots. And if you couldn't cover that up, you could always add more white dots, okay? If in doubt, do more. All right, so we've got 2 bits of bling there. Do I need another one? Do I need more than that? I think that's enough. Here, let me pull it up higher so you can see it. Get a bit of shine going on it. What do you think? Do we need more bling or is 2 enough? You can have a think about it if you like. course, we can go and do another card. What time is it? Oh, no, it's nearly 10 o'clock already. I have to do a quick one. Add a different colour, won't we? All right, we'll think about the bling for a minute. Love it as it is. Okay, we're staying like that then. Thank you. I like the two blings there. They look good, don't they? And then don't forget to put a bit of white inside. I'm notorious for not doing that during my lives, but I do go back and fix them all up later. And you could stamp it if you wish to, of course, inside. I thought we might just do a quick Christmas card now. Did you like that? Let's got to move the bling box off the table. Now I've had it all so tidy before I started. Now it's all messy. Never mind. See if we can get it back up in there. Right, it's done. Forward over here. Okay, let's keep those bits there. We've got a bit of balmy blue hanging about. Let's find a bit of paper. Hang on. Oh. I don't know if we can use the same one. We might have to use different papers to be different. Use that. We'll use this one and stick with the blues then. Or do you want something with a bit more colour in it? We'll go with that one. That's blue. I'm going to do a Christmas thing. And I don't mind if I cover some of that up a bit more. Perhaps we'll use one of these. Oh, I've got an idea. Hang on. Let me think for a minute. I want to use this stamp. Maybe we'll leave the paper for a minute. Let's go and stamp something. How big is this piece? Okay, let's cut that off. Oops. Let's stamp onto this linen stuff. Let's cut that down to, what wide are we? 9.5. Okay. Go that big. I'll go smaller. Oh, let me think for a minute. Go smaller. Why don't we do a square? Now, we've got to pick a Christmas one out of here. They're pretty big, aren't they? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Oh, maybe this season be filled with peace and joy. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Which one is that one? Peace and joy. This one. Get that off there. Oops, make sure you get the sticker off it. A bit of fluff on it. It's my stamp block. Stamp block, please. Okay, that's okay. Thanks for joining me. And thank you for contributing by being here. Right, make sure you don't stamp that on something else, except for the stamp. Right, there you go. And I'll just wash that, clean them. Now, in putting it on there, I think we'll take it back off there because I want to put it on the Stamparatus. Which side did I fluff? Can't remember now. Yeah, I think I will stamp with that. Let me just use this as a template for a minute. Do that. I'm thinking about this stamp in the middle here. This one. I'm sure she said in her live the other day that you could make like a little wreath thing out of it, but I'm just looking at the rest of these. I've even got these ones you could do a wreath. Maybe that would work. Ooh. You know, when I was looking at this, you could even make that into a poinsettia if you wanted to. What else have we got? Little leaves. Oh. Oh. I'm thinking. We've even got this little one as well. Oh, I don't know which way to go now. This one might not work as a wreath on here because it's too big. Okay, we'll put that one back. Putting them away in there. What about this one? We can stamp that around. That could go on top of something, couldn't it? What do you reckon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you'd have to try and do 5 and overlap them a little bit. All right, we won't use the stamp cards after all. Just use this block here. And we'll go with, which paper will we go with? We'll do a bit of green and then that'll sort of match. Maybe. Let's have a go. And you know, if we muck it up, oh well, you know what I forgot to do, don't you? Let me just grab a little piece of paper. Sample. An old host code out, so if you're shopping with me, don't forget to use my host code. And if you're spending over $250, don't use the host code, you'll get stamp and rewards. Oh, that stamp's really nice. Look at that. The shop, you'll find the shop in my website there. If you're a demonstrator already, or you'll shop in your own demonstrator site. I think I'll start. Oh, we'll just do it. Let's just do it. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, that stamp's so lovely. Let's just go. I haven't done this before. Because it's pink on the edges of it. I'm just sort of trying to line up the stem with the other bit there. Oh, look at that. You can make a C. Look. I might just turn that around. Save me getting all skewy. If I go there, I think that'll work. Wow, this isn't paper, this is that fabric. This is that linen fabric. So it's on the backing. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is a beautiful little stamp. Got too much ink on that? I'm going to wash that. Stop up the last one, do we? Let's get that off there. You don't have to press very hard on your ink pad. To give it a bit of a tap. It's not going to meet. Where is it? Yes, just. Oh, look at that. Phew. It sort of went a little bit wonky. So I think this one could have started in a little bit more. But, you know, doesn't really matter. Looks all right. Now, do we want anything else on that? I have no idea. Right, if I put that in the middle, like if I put that on something else, middle, I might stamp that with the other one. I've got the soft succulent out. Let me think for a minute. Oh, we do that with the blue. Hang on. Let's get the paper back out here. Actually, maybe if we go with that one behind it. No, maybe not. What about, where was that? That has a gingham on the back. What about the gingham colour? It's different, isn't it? I think that'd work. And then it's a totally different look with the flowers in it. Okay. I'll just do that one to 10. I'll just cut it over here. 10 and 14.35. This is great. Getting some Christmas cards done. And what colour card base are we going to use? Don't need that much to stamp that because we're going to use this stamp. Just wondering whether to cut around that. We'll keep it flat. Right. Oh, what colours do I have out? Do we want to go with the green base? I haven't got green out. Okay, so the colours in the card, in the papers, are all these sort of colours. What do you think? Should I stick with the green? Just make it a green card, green and white? Or do we want to put something else in there? Actually, that's really pretty, isn't it? Looking at that now, thinking if I cut that one down, you wouldn't get enough of it, I don't think. I think that might be too busy. We're going back. It's on the back of them all. Let's go with it. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Ooh, decisions. I'll just go and grab some card bases. Hold on a second. Put this over here. I have no idea what colour I was doing when I started. We want petal pink. Is it petal pink or blush and brown? I'll get both. I'll get both of them. I think it was blushing bright. Sirens. Sirens. Okay, so if we do it on a green, it's going to look like that. Just be basic green. Just scrape this out. Do it on pink. See, I sort of like that. And we can stamp that onto something in a minute. We could even put a piece of this underneath to show at the top and the bottom. Couldn't we? Around the edges. What do you reckon? How big is that? Oh, please. What have we got at the top there? We've got about 1.5. 1.5, about there. What if I went to 11? I might just cut that down. And the width of that, 10. I think I'll go, yeah, I'll keep it on 10 for now. I can always cut it down more. Go to 11. I'll put that there. I don't know, I'm liking that. Does anyone else like it? Oh, I've gone too wide. Let's cut that down a bit more. Let's just fix this up. We got it the right size. Yeah. For that. 10.5. Off my lap. Have a play with it for a second. Okay. We still got to work out how we're going to put this on there. It's too big. That's the colours. Just checking it was blushing bright. It is blushing bright. Okay, that's too wide. A little bit less than that. Now, why did that happen? What did I do wrong? That's just a shy of 10, that's why. Shy of 10. And this, oh, so is that. That's a bit weird. Doesn't look like it's the same width. Must have gone narrower. That's a little weird. So I don't like cutting a little tiny piece off like that with my trimmer. I find it's just too small. So I use my cute little old trimmer. Just want to cut a tiny skerrick off the edge like that. I really hope they bring that trimmer back. Ah, does it? It does look a little bit different to me too. Card-based colour. Bit weird, isn't it? But it says blushing bright. Let's get to, maybe it's because the green's in there. Let's have a look at it like that. It is a little bit different. So what are you thinking? It's too clashy? play. Let's play a little. Oops, don't put the stamp in, put it on the green one. I could put it on a green base, just a piece of card, but I could cut one and leave do it that way so that we're not clashing with that colour. Should match. Could just be the camera. Sometimes. What do you think? Do you like it with the dark base, the dark green, or the light? Or, well, I guess the other alternative is a soft succulent, which would be just a piece card. That colour underneath. No, that's too wishy-washy, isn't it? Okay, so the other thing I could do is just have that showing at the top and the bottom, light pink base. And so the question is, do we want this to line up like that or bring that in a bit more so we only see the top and the bottom? And the thing with that too is you wouldn't need to waste so much paper if you're going to do that. You could just cut a strip and put it across the top if that's what you want to do. Couldn't you? Yes. All right, let's just put all that over there for a minute. And I'm just wondering what to stamp now because I feel like that one's a bit big. We could just put peace and joy on there and not have all that and stamp it on there. It's always risky stamping it on there, isn't it? Especially when we did such a good job. Although you could always cover it up as well. I actually like it on an angle. You know me, like things on an angle. What do you think? Just do the piece. Now, what's Angela saying? Green. She likes the green. You like the pink. Then what are we going to do? Pink and green. You can just cut that one down a little bit more. And put some pink and green. Too much. Pink, green, pink, green, pink, green. That's nice. I don't mind that, actually. Let me just look at this piece for a second. If I cut that off on the other side of that, here, that'll give us the same both ends. Yes. I think I've got in the right spot. I hope I've got in the right spot. It's very, very tough. Let's have a look at that. All right, let me just get these layers right. I put that there like that. And then we'll cut that off. And make a pink layer. And then we can put on a green base. I think that looks nice. Thank you. 5 layers. But it's still quite thin. If we don't put anything too much on the top, we can still stick it through the card slot I'm going to go just the peace and joy. So let me find a card. I think I must have cut one in half accidentally. That happens some days. Let's try and do that again. I'll just, yeah. Cut that one. Score that one. We score it. I try and score down the bottom. I don't cut it. Then this one, I wonder if I've got one cut already. Might have. That's too small. I'll just cut one down. Get one out. Oh, won't come out. Right, I'll have this one at. What will I do? Let's go on to this one. Okay, so the pink one. I'm going to go to, that one's at, oh, let's think. Normally I go 14.35. So for this one, I want to go a little bit more than that, don't I? So I'll go to 14.6. 6. Yeah. 6. 14.6. Let's see how we go. That gives us that much around there. We might go a bit less. That will go there. Is that too big? It's a little bit too big. Oh, yeah, just a tiny bit. Okay, so do we want the pink to show around the edges, or do we want it flush with the edge? That's with it flush. The top bit's not going to be flush. So we see pink here. Or do we want the pink? I think go flush. What does everyone else think? Gotta go? That's fine, Dimity. See ya. Thanks for coming. I've got to go soon too. Go to bed. No, I'm going to sit up and play cards or not. All right, so if I go flush, I might bring that. If it goes flush, it'll have to come in a bit and I'll have to bring the other bit down a bit. I think I like a flush. And that way we see the green all the way down the side. Yes. I think that works. Okay, I hope that works. Right, oh, so that was 10. I was just shy of 10. Cut that one down. Just shy of 10. A tiny bit less. Then we just have to work out. This is like doing patchwork. Great fun. Do we want that much showing at the top and the bottom? And we'll cut a little bit, I think a little bit off. Yes. Okay, we need the ruler. Flush looks nice. I think so. All right, now I'm just going to play with this bit for a second. And go, I think I like that gap, which is 4 millimeters, the pink. We're doing 4 millimeters on the pink, which means I need to cut it down to, where's 4? 14.2. If you need any measurements later, yeah, and I'll write them down. Right, 14.2. I'm just going to go to that. My trimmer. Okay. Together. We're getting there. We're going to need ribbon. I don't think we need ribbon personally, but does anyone else think we need ribbon? Sure. Into a great mess, so it's good. It's looking good. Right, let's have a look. That'll sit there. And that'll sit there. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere for ribbon to go. I'm liking this. Oh, I love that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So now what are we going to put the peace and joy on? Oh my goodness me. We might need something like a small circle. Maybe we should just stick to the vellum tonight. And just put the vellum away. Or do we stamp it straight onto there and keep it as a really flat card? Because it's good to have flat cards sometimes. Although if we stick bling on it, it's not going to be flat anymore, is it? Okay, have a think about that while I layer up. Any ideas, let me know. And put some glue on the back of this. Tag and tie on with ribbon. Oh, of course. Don't think of things sometimes, you know. That's why we need each other. We're a team. I'll put that on the right way. Yep. Not that it matters yet because it's flat, but you know what I mean. Right, so if we're going to put ribbon, so we're just going to do it like a little thing that ties and sticks on. Is that what you mean? I don't have to put ribbon around anything here because I'm putting my layers on. Putting the layers on. So like I said before, if you didn't want to be using so much paper with this sort of thing, because this is flush, you could not use all that paper. You could just stick pieces on at the top and the bottom. The first thing I said, stick it on. Okay. Tonight I'm just going to layer it all. Papers. But if you cut the edges off and just use them top and bottom, it would keep it thinner as well. So you want to think about that. You don't want your cards too thick when you're sending them for Christmas. Okay. Just make sure that covers up that layer. What is that? What is that? Sad sometimes when you've got to stick it down, hide it. Now Now, where did this one go? Let me get this in the right spot. So I'm just centering it on this thick line here and the thick line there. Make sure I got that right. It's right as it's going to be. I don't want the glue oozing out the sides, so I haven't gone right to the edge, but it seems to be sitting quite well. Okay, so we can stick this down because we're going to stick whatever it is we're doing next. Now this has, I think this has sticky on it. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've used it. Pretty sure it's sticky. Yeah, it's sticky. Now we just have to think about this for a minute because I don't want to see all that other stuff through it, do I? Or do I? I think we will, won't we? I think we're going to see that. Let's just try it on a little piece. Is it going to show through? Yes. So we need to know, do we need to stick this on a piece of white card first? Because I don't know that I want to seal that through it. What do you think? Do you want to seal that through it? When you come close, I'll go close to it without sticking it on there, but you can see it right through it. I think I want it to be white. I think it might look too busy with the pattern coming through. Right, while we're thinking about that for a second, let's work out what we're going to do with the tag. Go find the tag, quick. Quick. Oh, my tags. Let me get my tag, guys. Oh, they're right here. I thought it over. That was handy, wasn't it? Okay, so we could do a tag with a circle. We could do a tag with a tag. I'll have to find something big enough for that. So this one here is the pretty pillar box dies. And this has like this thing you could make a tag out of. You could cut the tag and then put the holes in it. That's that one. What else have we got? Let's see what else we've got. Some tag dies in here somewhere. Hang on. Find the tag dies. This is the tailor tag dies. I think they'll be too. I need something I can fit the peace and joy on. I'm actually thinking this might work, but is it too curly? Like, don't know. It'll fit. Look, fits on there. This one fit that way, but it'll fit that way, and I can make it shorter. Right, I'll just keep that out for a second so I don't forget that I've got it out. Which tag do you like? Right, okay. Yeah, there's this one, but it's too small. And I wouldn't want to extend that. I'd rather do the other one smaller. Okay, let's get some white. It's under here somewhere. A bit of white. Stamp on. Whoops. Dropping bits everywhere. Okay. And I think I'll get a bit to put that think I'll put that on the white. All right, we'll do that. I'm going to stick this onto a white card because I want it to not show the background through. I mean, I guess you could just stick it down like that, couldn't you? But then someone could peel it off and use it again. Cool, eh? It comes off like that. Yeah, I just sort of feel like you'll see the colours through it too much. Oh, I don't know. I can't decide. I agree with white. Yeah, I think it'll just make it all busy. Stick it on here. It looks like that. Okay, I'll just trim that down. Trimmer. Rough edges. Use my little trimmer again. So cute, my little trimmer. This was a join Stampin' Up a while ago. Sorry about the noise. Did it make a loud noise? Trim the very little edge off it. Right. We're trying to keep it flat. Angela said put dimensionals on it. We were trying to keep it flat, Angela. But now that we're putting tags on there, yeah, maybe we'll just go with it. Hey? All right, you win. Let's do it. White and dimensionals. Got it. Yeah, I'm going to do the rectangle tag a bit shorter. I'll show you how I do that in a second. What time is it? It's bedtime, isn't it? Fun time, isn't it? Fun time. I don't want to do that lately. I used to do that so easily. Pull the backings up. Some days I don't want to come off. No, that one doesn't want to come off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Some days it works like a gem. Oh, it's stuck to me. And other days, not so much. Oh, it's a pretty card just like that, isn't it? All right, I'm going to put that bit at the bottom. Some things away here. So I just need to trim something. Trim that little piece off there. Righto, and there you go, up on dimensionals. And this thing here, we'll stamp it first. Stamp block. Stamp block. Got words on them. What's that? Words away. And right, let's just do this one. Oh, what colour are we stamping? What colouring are we doing? Do you want to do the pink? That might be a bit pale, mightn't it? Wash my stamp. Okay. Oh, blushing bride might be too pale. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to get ink onto the top one. So there's a few ways you could do it. You could put a sticky over that if you wanted to, but I'm going to try and do it this way. So I'm just looking through there. You get on the camera. Yeah, I'll go down the bottom of the table. So I'm just going to stamp it like that onto the ink pad. And hopefully I've got enough ink on it. And then I'll just put it here somewhere. That's what the pink looks like. And then that's petal, sorry, Blushing Bride it's called. And we'll try one at the other end. I'm just wondering whether to do the soft succulent. There. Okay, let's try that again. And I'll go up this end this time. So just have a look at it. So I've missed a little tiny bit there on the C. So I'll just go back in again. It's a good size stamp though, so it's easy to do it. I've sort of gone in there, but that doesn't matter because it's down in the stamp. As long as we don't have ink on these letters here, we're good. If that's all right. Just breathe on it if you spend too long talking about it. Stamp it. Oh, I got a little bit up the top there. I think that'll come off when we, yeah, that's sort of on. That's okay. And then just clean it off. Right, let's see. Which colour do you like better? Oh, I think I like pink. Well, let's have a look. Hang on, let's put this back in there so we don't lose that. All your dyes out, isn't it? Okay. Too many dyes. Right, let's move a few things out of the way. We've got to get a up here. I'm just using my little silicone mat to put this on. So it holds it like that other mat I've got. I'm just going to cut that one in half. Where do we want to go? I want to go about there, I think. I'm just going to cut that off. Right, so what we do, start with it at one end. Where you want it, and you stop. So I'm cutting that end first. If that's okay, isn't it? I bumped it. Stick your little plate on there. Not like that. Not like that. Okay, this is how not to do it. All right, don't put your plate all the way across because you don't want to keep cutting. All right, let's try it again. You want to put your plate on so that you go to about there. All right, and then wind it in because we don't want to cut right to the end. It's a bit hard to do that. And then it's going to go clean, just ready for it. Okay, so that's through. Should be through. I don't know why it stopped there. All right, and then we're going to turn it around. A little dot out of the middle, just through across the room. That gives us our little hole for the thing. So now when you put it back on, it'll grip. It's gripping so into the part you've already cut, especially when it's got that stitched mark. So it depends how, I think we'll go about there. How's that? I think that works for me. And if you need to, put a sticky over it. So I've got to put this back on. So we just want to go to half again. So we don't want to recut it all. Start winding. We've got it in the right spot. Just check. Feels like it's right. Hold it on firmly. It's a little bit harder to wind that bit through, but then it'll go bang, bang. It's off. And then you have a shorter tag. So if you want to do that and make it longer, you need to do it the opposite way. Again, you do it the same way, but you extend it so it goes longer. So you can do it both ways. Such a cool trick. Learned that a while ago from someone on Facebook, YouTube, somewhere. Seen a few people do it now, and it's really handy. Oh, stabbed my thing. Oh, it's glue. It's a bit of glue, I think. Alrighty. So I think I like the pink one. How do you feel? Do you like the pink one? Or do you like the green one? I feel like the green gets lost in the green, whereas the pink stands out. Okay, we just need some twine. And then we're done. Do we need bling as well? Who said bling? What colour ribbon do you want? Oh, wouldn't that be pretty? Do we need twine or ribbon? I wonder if we can get that through there. I like the pink. Yeah, thanks, Angela. Anyone else still here? Looks like people are still here. Thank you for staying. I don't mean to go so late, honestly. I don't get carried away. You know. Now, if you can't get that through, like me being all funny, just use your take your picture. That's what it's handy for. Oh, I love that colour. Can we go with that colour? What do you think? I love this ribbon. I think I'm going to put some more on my order this week. I hope it's still available. Oh, that is so pretty. What do you think, Di? Is that go in there? That all right with you? This ribbon is the satin edged ribbon, gold. Now, do you want a bow or do we just want little taggy bits like hanging down, sort of taggy, a knot sort of thing? I don't know about that. Hanging up. Have it coming from the top of the card. You could put a bow on it. Can't decide. Fiddle with a little bit till we work it out. Do a bow, it'd have to be a little one, wouldn't it? Have to go longer. No, that'll look funny. Don't like a bow in it. I like the colour. I'll get it to go. That'd be better if I do it the other way. Hang on. Because the other option is twine. Right, let me rethink that for a second. Bally bit. That won't break your ribbon that way. Just thinking. Do it this way. That way or the other way? Yeah, that way. Like that. I don't know, they're too long. But I could stick them down. It's sort of cute, isn't it? Like that. The peace and joy going up like that. How about that? That goes somewhere else. I've lost my guide. Blue dots. The glue dot under there. Right, so I'm thinking we might need a dimensional under that one. We're going to have a thick card after all. Because the bulk of the ribbon plus the glue dot makes it a bit bigger. I'll put one more in there. There you go. Look at that. There, that there. And we'll just bring this ribbon down. Down around. Down around. Somehow or other. Quite like that. I'll just put a glue dot under it. Should hold it. Put that down there. Stick that one on there. And I'll put another one. And do this one a bit further down. Just so it holds it on there. Not too far over. Oh. No. I like a little bit of the, you know, the curve in it, but I want it to hold. Right, and then I'm just going to snip that. Which way am I going? That way or that way? Oh, I can never decide which way to cut them. If I go that way, it'll be in line with the card, won't it? I have to visualise it. If I go that way, if I go that way, if I cut it that way, it'll look like that. If I cut it that way, it'll look like that. Sorry, I'm ribbon challenged. Do I cut it off to the left? Oh, I just can't decide. If you cut it that way, I can still cut it the other way. I'm going to do that way first, just so I can see it. I need to visualize it. All right, so if I have it that way, or you could cut it straight and it would be flat that way. Yeah, which way do you like it to be cut? So that it sits straight like that, or like this? I'm just going to try that one. See what it looks like. Which sort of cuts do you like? Oh, do we need bling on there? Like here, it feels a bit dead there, doesn't it? I think we're going to have to find a greeny pinky bling. Greeny goldy blinky. Goldies. We've got these ones, iridescent rhinestones. They might be too pink though. What's the other one I was thinking? There's another one in here. Iridescent something. Pearl. Basic jewels. They're pretty. And they're sort of white. And they'll pick up the green. Good night. Thanks for joining me. Sorry I went so late. I think I'll go with the pearls. All right. Let's see what that's like. Oh, now that I'm thinking about that, we've got the gold on there, so I might not do that. Flashes, doesn't it? Do a little gold one. Not sure if I need it. Maybe the little greeny ones. They're nice. They won't fight with the... Yeah, let's do the green. Because they won't fight with the gold. I need someone here. There we go. That should do. I'm into 2 bits of bling tonight. Not more. I'm going to do more. Put a few things off the table. All right, let's just put all my things back where they should be. Find my other card. Give you some more peace and joy. It's good to have peace and joy, isn't it? Wow, they're so totally different, eh? Aren't they lovely? Thank you all so much for joining in. Contributing. That's my cards for tonight. And I'll just say a quick, where am I? Let me just go gallery. Am I still pinned? Oh, there I am. Say good night to everybody. Thanks for coming along. If you need anything, let me know. And I'll catch you all next week. Good night. Ciao. Got to find my button. Stop live stream. Good night, everyone.